This video looks at ways in which oligopolists can compete in ways other than price. If you want to answer this via a game theory question, look at the introductory section of my pricing competition video, because it's pretty much the same thing except with non-price thrown in rather than price. So the first method is a good old sales promotion. Now the idea behind a sales promotion is you want to go for a short run sales boost. Think about what the Tesco's sales promotions were around about a year ago. Bet you can't, because it would have gone into your memory at the time and then straight out again. So the desire of a sales promotion is that you get an increase in demand, an increase in average revenue. So you show that on a diagram by just right shifting the AR curve and the MR curve. Drawbacks, well, if you're engaging in a sales promotion, there's a fair chance that your rivals aren't just going to sit back and let you do it. They're going to retaliate. And sales promotions tend to either increase costs or decrease your revenues because you're going to be offering money off. One type of sales promotion is the BOGOF, buy one, get one free, or in some cases, buy two for £3, as you can see on the top right there. So what you want if you employ a BOGOF is you want customers to come into your store and then buy the non-BOGOF items once they are there, as well as the BOGOF items. So though they are initially attracted by the BOGOF, they actually increase their spending beyond that. So the disadvantage is, well, if you're running a buy one get one free campaign, you're going to more than eliminate your profit on that item. So if customers only come in and buy the BOGOF, then you're going to be slightly stuffed, aren't you? It's really important in questions not to talk generally about advertising, because promotion is a form of advertising, but it is short run. Branding and building your brand is again a form of advertising, but the aim of it is completely different. For example, we all know every little helps, and the reason why we know that is that Tesco have spent an awful lot of money over the years getting those words into our brains. Similarly with Kit Kat, have a break, have a Kit Kat. We're all aware of that. We're all aware of the colours and the big M in McDonald's, or the colours of Coca-Cola, or the colours of Samsung, or the colours of Adidas. We're aware of what strip Manchester United wear, because that is an important part of their brand image. So branding is long term. So if you are boosting your brand, that is a long term thing. It's unlikely to lead to many additional sales immediately, but it will cause your costs to rise, and there'll be sunk costs as well. So in the short run, you are likely to find a decrease in profit, but the aim is to hit that long run. So the diagram, you are trying to boost your sales so the AR curve moves right, but also you are trying to make your customers more brand loyal. So you are trying to make it more inelastic. You'll notice I've not bothered to complete the diagram by putting in prices, profits. That's something that you should do, however, if you choose to adopt a diagram in an exam. So there's a big difference. The key thing between branding and promotions. Discuss branding if you're looking at the long run, promotions if you're looking at the short run. An aspect of branding frequently used is brand loyalty cards. So on the right hand side there, you've got Air Miles. That's a well-established brand loyalty scheme. On the left hand side, you've got loads of store cards. For example, I have store cards for Waitrose, Tesco and Sainsbury's. So the aim, just like with branding, is to boost brand loyalty, make demand more elastic, shift the AR curve out. And they can also use loyalty cards for market research and promotion. Tesco, for example, know an awful lot about you just by using that loyalty card. They know probably where you live. They've got a fair chance of when you go on holiday, because you will either have an absence on their lists or you'll be buying from a different place. They'll know what sort of job you have. They'll know where you work based upon where you buy. They have a pretty good idea as to what your family size is or what your family position is, because if you're buying nappies, there's a fair chance that you've got a baby around the place. So they can use those loyalty cards for their market research and promotions. What they try to do is they try to get you up the value scale. So if, for example, you are currently buying a value brand orange juice, on a promotion, they're going to perhaps promote a non-value brand. And once they've got you buying that and hooked on that, then they'll offer you offers to buy perhaps a freshly squeezed type of orange juice, and then maybe move you into something like smoothies. So they are taking you up the buying scale. Well, the obvious disadvantage is to get your evaluation. As I said, I've got 3 different store loyalty cards. So how can I possibly be classified as being loyal if I've got 3 of them? To set up those IT systems so they can analyze your purchasing habits and build on them, well, that's going to be pretty expensive. And of course, because it's branding, it's likely to hit your short-term profits. Another thing that firms can do is they can look at the quality of their service. So that could be pre-sale service, so you can talk to people before you make a purchase, during sales, so they're going to obviously try to get you to spend more, but they could also offer you advice on what could be best for you, or after sales service. So a company that's pretty well known for its quality of service and will suffer a branding hit if it fails to fulfill that is Waitrose or John Lewis. So the aim is to get you buying from them, and then you come back and you buy more. Again, the disadvantage, it's costly to train up your staff in order for them to provide the quality of service that you might be looking for. And finally, what you could do as a company is innovate your products. A company that's really well known for that is Apple. So every year they're going to bring out a new version of the iPhone that's slightly different from the previous iPhone. And similarly with their other products, they'll tend to update them. You know, things like the iPad becomes the iPad Air, becomes a slightly bigger screen, becomes this, becomes that. And the aim is obviously for customers to upgrade. And the disadvantage is that they're going to be constantly innovating, which means they're going to be spending a lot of money on research and development of the products. And that's all I want to say about non-price competition.